Meixner as follows: guilty.
The verdict is guilty on all counts for the former grad student charged with shooting and killing a U of A professor. Thanks for joining us. I'm Valerie Cavazos. A Pima County jury rejected the defense's call to find Murad Dervish guilty except insane as it weighed his actions in the deadly shooting of Thomas Meixner in 2022. 13 News reporter J.D. Wallace is live outside Superior Court with more on this verdict and the reaction. J.D.
Val, prosecutors were obviously pleased with this verdict and thanked the Meixner family for their cooperation after a case that one of the attorneys has been involved with since the day of the shooting.
We, the jury, duly impaneled and sworn in the above entitled action, and upon our oaths, do find the defendant, Murad Can Dervish, on the charge of first-degree murder on or about the 5th day of October 2022 as a result of the death of Thomas Meixner as follows: guilty.
After 2 weeks of testimony, including a defense that Murad Dervish is guilty except insane, jurors took only 2 hours to find him guilty on all counts.
It's a homicide case where my co-counsel and I defended it on what we had. Other than that, I can't characterize it, comparing it to any other case.
Disappointed with how quickly the verdict came back?
I wouldn't say so. It's really hard to predict. You never know when you hear that there's a verdict. You just don't know. There's no way to predict.
They gave up their lives for over 2 weeks to be able to take in a lot of tough testimony, excruciating testimony, and they focused all the while. They paid attention. Very smart group of people. We're grateful for their time, setting their lives aside to come in and perform this civic duty.
Encouraged by how quickly they came back with this verdict?
Yes, we are. I think it's a reflection of the state of the evidence.
Murad Dervish is guilty for first-degree murder of Dr. Meixner, guilty of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon, a firearm, for the leg wound to Tim Corley, first-degree burglary for entering the U of A Harshbarger building after being expelled and excluded from campus, and 3 counts endangerment for Kathy Varon, Guadalupe Moreno, and Irma Santander, who were in the office during the shooting. Prosecutor Haley Weigold responded to the scene the day of the shooting, providing valuable perspective for her.
You were there in real time, in person, at that scene. It's much different than looking at pictures. It's an understanding that is unique, that we don't have on all cases, to be able to be involved from the very get-go, see it through to the end, and get the justice at the end.
The sentencing is set for June 24th, and it could last an hour to an hour and a half to accommodate all of the victims' statements. Reporting live from downtown, J.D. Wallace, 13 News.